Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So we are going to do manual roulette, which is the NASDO handler manual, and I'm just going to flick through it, stop at a page, and then we'll chat about, I'll read out what's on the page and we'll talk about what's on it. So we're just going to flick through, I'll just flick through and stop on that page. And it is chapter 10, so this is page 55 and this is chapter 10, if you can see that. And it is external patrolling general. Patrolling is the main duty of a security dog handler. It is their duty to ensure that all areas within the patrol route are thoroughly checked for insecurities and unauthorised entry, and that high profile presence is ensured throughout the period of the shift. Remember, we have already said that it is likely that the reason a guard dog and handler are required is because of the nature of the site and the problems it has. The dog and the handler's function is to deter any unauthorised person from the entry of sight. So, just speaking through that, so the reason that a dog and a handler would be on the site would be possibly because of the site that it is, but also because of the issues they've had. So, let's take a site that I was working before the one I'm on now, and that used to just have a security guard on it, but one night that security guard was assaulted and had the vehicle taken. So therefore, after that, a security dog and handler team were put on there, and ever since then they've not had any issues. So it can be because of what the site is, but it can also be because of the issues that the site have had or whatever it is, and that's the reason why maybe there's a dog team on there rather than just a security guard. Whatever the reason for the handler and dog being at a particular site, remember that the dog is there as an aid to the handler's duty and not as a tool to assert his authority over any person. The mere sight of the dog will act as a deterrent, especially if the handler is demonstrating that they have the dog under their control. So yeah, so the dog is there obviously to, like I said earlier, as a deterrent, especially if the handler is demonstrating that they have the dog under control. So having the dog under control gives the impression that you know what you're doing and that you have everything under control. If you can't control your dog, that person's not going to respect you because they feel like you can't control your own situation, let alone the situation they're putting towards you. The outcome: should a handler use the dog to threaten or worse, bite someone for no reason, it is likely to result in the handler being reported to the police, reported to the client, reported to his company, and possibly lose their position at site, being put back as a static guard, being sacked, being prosecuted, ordered to have the dog destroyed by a court. So they're just the outcomes. We've spoken a lot about making sure that if the dog has to protect you, has to help you, that there is a reason for it, and that you don't just go out and let the dog bite people, etc. Because, like I say, you can be reported to the police, the client, the company. You can also lose your position on site, be put back as a static guard without the dog. You could be sacked, be prosecuted, ordered to have the dog destroyed by a court. Now, the most likely out of them situations is that you will probably be sacked because you won't have a dog. You will be prosecuted for things like GBH, assault, whatever it is, and the likelihood is that your dog will be ordered to be destroyed by a court. So this is why we always say that with dog bites, and if the dog has to help you, protect you, whatever it is, make sure that there's a very good reason for it, and make sure that you have exhausted every opportunity you have to get away from that situation, or for that not to happen. Now, if that person is persistent and is threatening your life, then obviously the dog can assist. But also, video footage as a backup for you is vitally important, because if your dog does have to protect you and the police turn up, you need proof to what was actually going on, because the person that's been bitten or that was being threatening to you is not going to tell them that's what they was doing. They're going to hold their hands up and say, I was just walking through, I was being compliant, and as I turned to walk away, he just let the dog come over and bite me. So you have to, in terms of the video side, it will be very beneficial for you, and it can stop you being prosecuted and the dog being ordered to be destroyed by a court. So that is page 55 of the handler manual. Hopefully you like this idea, and hopefully you got something out of it, a bit of information. If you did, make sure you like the video, subscribe down below, and also comment, let me know if you like this idea, and I'll see you again next week. Cheers for watching, see you later, bye.